Good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing great. I am doing okay. Every time I try to do my live stream from a different point of view, it doesn't work. So I do apologize for being late. I've been sitting here since 8:30 fiddling around with this thing. I'm going to have to probably read some good instructions on what I should and should not be doing. So today I thought what we could do is make a mess with some paper. So hopefully you're ready for that. I know I am always ready to cut paper. We're going to start by discussing a few things and then we'll get into the preparation of it all. So, first things first, I have pulled out some stuff and I had purchased this a while back when I think this stuff was $1 at the Dollar Tree. And then I have some pages that we're going to be incorporating. And we got some stickers, more stickers. Then we got this, some little sayings and some paper and some music paper. And then we have this. I had picked, oh, this is 2018, so this is really old. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Samar. Hope you both are doing great. I picked this up from the Dollar Tree for the images that are on here. And then, so I want to talk about this real quick and then we'll get into it. I know we haven't finished our butterfly journal from a couple of months ago, but we will be getting into that. So, what I want to do is talk about this big old package. And I got this from somebody that sells stuff for $4. I want to say it was probably, I don't know, what's the name of that store? Family Dollar or what's the other one? Dollar General. Oh, excuse my brain. This is not functioning. You know, every time I plan to do something and then I can't do it, I get a little bit aggravated because I'm like, I should have tried before. But then I don't want to do a false start for anyone. So this is the paper we're going to use. We're not going to use this one because we can use it for other things. We're going to use this as our book cover, our cover. And let's go ahead and measure it out. Is it 8 by 8? 8 by 11. So we're going to make this 5.5, just like this. And I did not really plan this all the way out, just so y'all know. Okay. Because what good is planning stuff out by yourself when you have a wonderful community of people that will help you, especially when they see that you're struggling. So we're going to go ahead and pull out our scoreboard. And it's 11 inches. And so what I want to do is I want to do some scoring. Now, I will tell you, I've been attempting to clean my desk off. I don't know why I ever do that. So 5.5 would be the actual score. So we're going to go one before 5.5 and one after 5.5. I hope everyone had a great, safe weekend. My weekend was uneventful. Actually, I think we're going to go two before 5.5 and two after 5.5. You're going to do the same thing over here. And then here. So we're going to score at 5.25 and 5 3/4 if you have an 11-inch cardboard. And it's 11 by 8. Yes, always flying by the seat of our pants. I have a concept. I have a really cool mental concept of what I want it to be about. So hopefully we can make that happen. I have some I've never seen Wonder Woman, the newer movies. I haven't seen any of the Justice League's movies, anything like that. I'm pretty old fashioned in some sense of the word, and then sometimes I'm not at all. So what I kind of envisioned when I first saw, like for example, the first Spider-Man, and then they made a second part and a third part, and then they made a new Spider-Man, and then they made a new Spider-Man, and then they made a new Spider-Man. To that, I had had enough. I remember when I saw the Fantastic Four, the first, well, the one that I'm considering the first time, the guy that plays the commish was the Rock Monster, and it's a Carrie Washington. I think Carrie Washington was a blind girl at the end, and they got together, or whatever. That is the one that I saw, and I guess it didn't do so great. Just like the movie with Nicolas Cage, what is that, The Punisher? I think they had talked about redoing it and all that stuff. I just cannot really commit to the crazy of rehashing and trying to make more money. So I haven't watched any of them. Like I remember I watched X-Men, the first two maybe, and then I was like, well, what's going to happen with these kids? The younger generation of X-Men, because I was really intrigued with the storyline. Now, mind you, I haven't read one comic book, so I don't know. And then they remade it, and then it was like it's the end and all of this. I just couldn't be bothered. Hi, Nix. How are you doing? Hopefully, well. Yeah, I just, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to commit to all of that nonsense of the superhero. And then, I wanted to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it's a Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, 27. I don't know. It's just too many for me to actually commit to and be like, yes, I am this. I'm not really into science fiction fantasy stuff anyway. So if I get into it, I really enjoy it. And I don't know. I don't really believe in superheroes that wear capes, at least. I believe that people can be superheroes, but not some guy whose kryptonite is their weakness and they claim to the planet from in an egg or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. The first Superman I watched, all of the old Batmans, the Jokers, Val Kilmer, Batman, Jack Nicholson, old school Batman and Robin. I watched when they had the bow, pow, key pow coming on. Oh, that's really good to hear, Nick. Nick, glad to hear that. So I can't get into all the fandom. So we're gonna just imagine how this is going to be. And yes, seat of the pants is always a good thing. Now I had pulled these out because I did want to make a book, but I wanted to make a junk journal or a journal, not so much an envelope book, because this week, I'm trying to get some content to share with you all. I made this book, this little book right here, as a companion to the one we had made online. You remember that? This one? But you can hear the fan in the background, so I have to delete that video. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're settling in. That is good. So I have some coloring pages, coloring books for the superheroes, and I have her, Wonder Woman, so we'll be putting that in as well. But I also didn't want it to just be like, oh, you're a wonderful person, Wonder Woman. I want it to be more of an inspirational book for ladies versus I'm gaga over Wonder Woman. So, first thing is this right here. This I thought was really cool when I first got it. I was like, yes, this could be great for our project. So it looks like this. So this is a really cute little thing that we can put in a laminated book, and work on it. I do apologize for the lighting. Also, I thought this would be cute to stamp on some blank pages. It says like fabulous, and it says fabulous, extraordinary, almost impossible to behave, dare to be fabulous, and don't apologize when you are. Dream, memories, friend, love, smile, kind. So that is the vibe that I'm mentally going for, more of a woman empowerment. And I think a lot of people always say Wonder Woman. I don't know if I could sound Wonder Woman uh, in that regards, but you know what I mean. So we're just gonna cut this off. And plus, I don't really want to be harassed by the people that make Wonder Woman. And I'm not sure. I don't know if DC is a part of the Mouse Club or not. And we're not trying to have that at all. And I thought we would work on this for into September. And I do think that I am going to avoid doing Friday live streams for a while, only because I noticed that, the third Friday, I don't live stream anyway because it is my stash dab with Poi Spice. So I think this will be really cool. We can just cut these dots off right here, and then we can cut these off. And I didn't like that the paper was just, plain paper. I always want the paper to have some type of design on it, but sometimes it's asking for too much. So we're going to have two signatures. So we're going to just pull out, let's see, 5. So we'll do 6. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. And I do think that this would be a very good kit to give, all the stickers and stuff to give to someone that, you do think that they are a Wonder Woman or amazing person in your life. You could give that to them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's 6. Sometimes your friend can't count. So let's see. I think that's 6. And we're going to make sure that these actually are the right size. So we're just gathering up the stuff. And I do want to actually work on the project as well. I know we did that with the bunny, not the bunny, what is that? The butterflies, and I kind of gave up on it, but we're going to get back to it. So I have always told you all, I don't like to put, which I will, don't get me wrong, I probably will at some point. I like to put the music paper in this way versus this way, because you don't read music. Well, I can't read music at all, but you don't read music from side to side. And I thought this was a book and not this. So what we will do is we'll make some things out of this music paper versus a book per se. And then we're going to use some color paper. We're going to use blue, yellow, and red. Now this paper is really thick, so I need to get the thinner paper. This paper right here that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby a while back. It's really, really thick. I do want to say thank you all for hanging out with me last week. I did finish the scarf. I need to bring it here, so I'll show y'all that next Tuesday, I guess. Or maybe I'll make another piece to go with it. I want to make a few. I was thinking that it would be really cool to donate some scarves and things like that to a shelter locally, and that would probably motivate me more to use up the stuff that I have versus just letting it sit in the garage and take up, valuable other space, right? So we got 2 of those, and I don't have a thin red sheet. That's fine. We will just work past that one, and then so we got this. Now this, I want the signature to have "Good morning, Barry Crafty. Hopefully you're doing well today." We're making a journal. Yeah. See, you inspire me. You motivate me to go spend money. This, like, you know what? I want to tell y'all something. First of all, I want to say thank you to Samara and Very Crafty for letting me harass you over the weekend. I had I was making some stuff, again trying to do some decent content things, and I was like, "Do you think this is ugly, or what do you think?" And they helped me out. All right, so this would be the only issue that we would have, and that's fine because we're going to cut cut it up. I'm going to cut this one first, and I think we'll do her as well. Let's go ahead and pull this out. And this paper is really, really, really thick, just so you know. Very thick. We're going to do this one. So I want this to be like an upbeat, happy-go-lucky, you're great, amazing, wonderful type of journal. Not, it's all about Wonder Woman. Okay. Anyone go shopping this weekend? Maybe. I started to do some damage on my myself. I did go out on Sunday. I did go to the D25T store, and I didn't buy anything. I bought three things. I bought two little ceramic trains and something else. It wasn't nothing for me though. It was for my son. I want to take the trains and do a light coat of painting and then glue them to something. Oh, that's nice. I like them, but then I don't care for them, if that makes any sense. I think because I don't like the exclusivity of the creators that go there, but that's not their fault. That's definitely my fault. So we're gonna cut a lot of this off because we need this. Basically, we need this right here, right? So we need this right here. So I think we can get away with this. So we're gonna cut off 1 inch, a little more. So we're gonna cut off 1 1/8, and then we're gonna turn it this way and cut off 1 1/8 again, and 9. Yeah, I think I always talk about this. I had, they had the snarky cats on, and people like I don't go on the website that website particularly too often, and they had it, and then they didn't have it anymore because it had sold out, and I was like, well, shoot. And the thing is, a lot of people don't buy craft stuff to craft anymore. They buy it to make a profit. And I'm not knocking that. Do whatever you need to do to get your coins. We're gonna do 1 inch over here. Um, and we're gonna do 11 and 3/4. So I'm just trying to cut it because this is going to be our insert cover, and we need it to be small. And so they had, once it was officially sold out, they started selling theirs for twice two times the price, three times the price. And I'm like, how is that even fun in crafting when you're doing this to people? How do you even, sometimes you say, how do you sleep with yourself? People are like, I sleep great because they don't really care. It's not their problem. They're here to just get a profit. And I get it. Like a lot of people always say, oh no, like whenever some of the big brands go on sale, like I guess when Anna Griffin does her clearance or whatever, people are like, well, let me hurry up and get what I want before, the people that the destashers start destashing and stuff. It's kind of sad, but what you gonna do? Just complain about it like I'm doing. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this. Now I want to give y'all a full information. Sometimes I can't even see the line that I'm supposed to cut on this board. So that would be my only issue. But I think that's my issue with all guillotines, that I can't see the actual line. Like if I was using my paper trimmer, you see the line, you go up to the line, and I'm not using this measurement, and that's another thing. So, operator error. I do have some errands to run today. I am not looking forward to the frenzy of any of it. Thankfully, when Walmart first put their stuff on sale, I tried to get as much of this crap as I could because I was not about to be struggling with I can't get something. And lo and behold, let me tell y'all, lo and behold, this child needs a purple folder, right? He needs 5 different color folders. I get it. Everybody needs a certain color because somehow color coding is a part of adulting, right? At some point in your life, you color code something. So they teach them early. Like we don't think about those skills that they teach them, sorting and things like that when they're in school, or when you were in school. You probably never thought about it like that. But that is a part of adulting, not math, not reading, but color coding random junk, right? And she didn't mess this up. Did it? We're gonna find out. And so they didn't have any. I didn't grab him a purple one. I was like, I don't think he needs a pink or a purple one. Nope, he needed a purple one. So I had to go to Target and get the purple ones because he needs a plastic purple one, not just any purple. It has to be plastic purple, right? So go to Target and get the things. I went to Walmart the other day, and would you believe they didn't have any school supplies there? This is off. That was off. That was horrible. Why would you do that? I don't know. I don't even know what I was thinking. What in the world? That's interesting. Um, I don't know. I was thinking 5 and 5 is 10. Yeah, that's what was going on. But 5 and 5 is 10. I needed to be 11. And so I'm glad I got all that junk ahead of time. But what about the people that can't really afford that stuff right away? Um, it always makes me grateful for my situation. Because your situation is crappy until you realize that you have it made compared to someone else's situation. So I always try to keep that in mind. I try not to be a crybaby too much about stuff. But I also think that you're able to cry. I do think that you should be able to complain a little bit about your crappy life and then move on. You know what? I am I'm more on the lines of give me X amount of dollars at the beginning of the school year or before school starts, and we will order all this junk for you. That's my belief right now. So this did tear a little, but I've been roughhousing it. So if I were to not be on live, I would probably find another one to cut out, but also you can laminate this to reinforce that spine if you so choose. You don't have to reinforce it, but if you wanted to reinforce it, you definitely could reinforce that. I think with all, but also when for school, when it comes to getting specific things, it's important that you follow the rules because they're there for a reason. I remember I was in high school. I think I told you this already, Bear Crafty. I had to get this stupid 3-inch red binder. And back in the day, 3-inch red binders were very expensive. My teacher would not take anything else but a 3-inch red binder. I did not like that lady at all. Now, 3-inch red at the thrift store is like $1. Um, and when you can't afford an $11 binder, because that's binder or food you're going to eat. You're not going to be like, oh, I need this binder. You wait on that dang binder. I don't think, with his situation, because now the Dollar Tree is so much more, people are tending to just go to the Dollar Tree and get all the crap. All right, so we need to cut this down a sliver and this one as well, I believe. Yeah, so we need to cut them down, even though I thought I had measured it pretty decently. Apparently I didn't. I think they should all be just whatever color, but they're going to have different subjects, and I think it's easier to, sort the subject out like that for the people. My son goes to a public charter school, so it's a little bit different. And so, since I'm choosing to put him in that school, then I try not to complain too much about the silliness. I'm sure it's going to be some other bull crap that I have to deal with. You know what? Who is this person cutting paper? Because she needs to be fired. I'm just saying. If it was a regular public school, I think it'd be a little bit different. The big room is always like, they always want something. Oh yeah, definitely. I like to just, be prepared or plan. And plus, that's another thing. When I was in school, my mom didn't always have the means. So it was always some person, a teacher or someone else, that was looking out for people that couldn't really afford it. And, teachers, I've looked into becoming a teacher, a school teacher. They don't get paid a lot. So, at all. All right. So we got this. I'm going to cut this down to how many inches? I don't know. Why does she keep taking this off the desk? I don't know. Uh, so anyone making Halloween decorations? Because dang it, that seems to be the season we're in. We can't. This year is going by too fast, and I love seeing it, but I'm just like, can we slow it down a little bit, just a scotch, a scotch. Yeah. My son didn't bring any school supplies back last year. I think I told y'all the first couple of days of school he was coming home with like 7, 8 pencils and one crayon. But my baby, that was his first time going to school, so he didn't really know. But now he knows. He was throwing away the Tupperware and everything because he didn't know. So now he know. Whatever I send you to school with, you bring back, unless it's trash. Let them have the trash. I don't want to keep the trash. All right. And I think this is how many inches? A little under 5.5. So we're gonna just go a little under 11. I have a friend who's like um she writes her name on all of her child stuff because she's like at the end of the school year I want it back. I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. And my son, I was like, "Do you want a new lunch kit?" He was like, "No, I like not a lunch kit, the backpack." He's like, "No, I like the backpack that I have." And then I was like, "Well, what if that one breaks?" He's like, "Then I'll get it." And I'm like, that's not really how this works. I mean, you can find backpacks nowadays because adults use them, but I would prefer to get all the stuff. But his backpack is fairly still, in good shape, so we're keeping it. He's practical. He's more practical than mommy, apparently. Unless it's some toys. Excuse me 1 second. All right, so we got and this little pinky paper right here. And we'll chop that off in a second. But now we're going to talk about some of the other stuff that I want to put in here. And I do want to grab another sheet from this calendar. And I'm about to do something I don't want to do, Samara. Fussy cut. I feel like when I bought this, I was like, oh, I see what y'all doing here. Y'all not letting us have this whole lady's image. You're only giving us half of what we came for. This paper is really, really thick, though. So if you wanted to, I don't know what they have this year. I don't need any calendars. I use my cell phone most of the time for the calendar. But if you were into buying a calendar, I don't know what's out there now. I did watch a haul video last week and they already have 2023 calendars. And I'm like, why? I mean, I get it, but why? Why? So we're going to put her whole image on here. I just cut her this part off because I didn't want to have to worry about, fussy cutting something that I won't be able to use. I think I went to Hobby Lobby. No, I didn't. I don't think I went anywhere besides the Dollar Tree. Lots of DIYers use calendars. Yes, yes. Whenever I do find a calendar that I like, I always try to make sure I can use it for other things besides the dates. Yeah, when I was at work, when I was employed, I had a desk calendar, and you should all the notes, phone calls, all kinds of crazy notes was on there. Meeting schedules, lunch dates with coworkers and events that I need to get done. And I hated the next month because it wasn't a calendar; it was just a full size desk calendar. And so I would have to, if it was something important on that one, like a phone number or something, I would have to transfer it over. So I ended up just rolling the paper over versus tearing it off and throwing it in the trash. Um, which, when you think about it, it's probably why I don't like use calendars now. When I was in school, I had a little planner, stickered it up, all kinds of stuff, wrote all kinds of stuff on there. I still have that one because it's one of my favorite comic strips. Bloom County, Opus and Bill, Berkeley, Breathe It is the comic's name. I love I love that comic. There's a few comics that I actually comic strip artists that I enjoyed reading. I still do, and I have purchased their books. So if they decide to stop being syndicated in comics, I have their books. I remember when I was a young person and our newspaper company was the Houston Post and the Houston Chronicle. The Post went out of business, and so the Houston Chronicle got all of the comics from the Post. And you would have thought that I had won the lottery because, back in the day, if you read newspapers, you couldn't some of the comics, well, most of the comics weren't in both of them. One was in one and one was in another. But when they went out of business, I was like, yes, I can get all of the comics. And so it was thick. It was like a little book. It was about 8 pages long. So I used to read Peanuts, Calvin and Hobbes, all kinds of stuff. Calvin, Berkeley Breeded, all of those. And I still have some of those newspapers from back in the day. Just the comics, not the other stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna decoupage like a shelf or something with these. I never did it, but I was like, I wanted to. Because then I was like, I can't destroy this paper as vintage, or whatever term it would be for my age. Um, all right. So we're going to put her here, and we're going to put her on a red sheet of paper. Man, we got to cut your arm off. I am so sorry about that. Oh, antique. Would it be antique? Okay, yeah. Then I'm antique. Yes, darling. I am an antique. I don't mind being an antique. A few little cracks here and there. Still worth a lot of money. Definitely don't mind being an antique. Yeah. No, no, I'm not. I didn't take it offensive, Liz. Um, Not at all. I mean, I know you an old lady yourself. You're a young old lady. Yeah, Sunday, I was like, can I get the comics? Back in the day, that was a true legit thing. Like people read the sports page because you didn't get ESPN. I used to also read the parade. It was like a little local, the parade. It gives all the things in there. Like sometimes it had recipes and things like that. To reminisce. If I could go back in time, I definitely would to experience that again. Definitely would. All right, so now we're gonna just use a sheet of paper, and I'm trying to debate if I want to laminate this or not. I don't know if I want to laminate it. Yeah, I probably won't laminate it. All right, so we got this, and we probably need to put something on the back. But I think what we're gonna put on the back is, you know what? Let's just do this. Am I gonna really dedicate my time to this thing right quick? Because I think we could put strips here. It's just a hot mess right now. So today I got on Facebook, right? I shouldn't have got on Facebook, but I got on Facebook. So, I told you all I can't do Facebook because it's very stressful for me. Just to see people post nasty comments, and then, yeah, it's just very stressful, um, in that mindset, right? Like if Liz was to put something really just rude and nasty, I'm like, why would she do that? I can't believe she said that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but someone, I'm not sure if you all know who Melody Lane is. She passed away earlier this year from COVID, complications of COVID, and she has a very large audience. And so her son and her daughter have, continued on. As far as I understand, that's what she wanted them to do. So they have continued on, and she used to rent out a little vacation spot, and you can do, it's like a crafty village and all this other stuff you could do there. And so someone had put, I didn't know you could rent out your home or whatever. And I do think that under Airbnb rules and regulations, I don't know because I don't want to rent my place out, but I do think you can rent your place out like that, right? And someone said your name would be Karen. Like her name was Karen. I was like, oh, that's not nice. It was a very like, dang, they really did that to you. But I guess she set herself up for that one. It's kind of sad too. Because sometimes, I want to say stuff, but I don't say stuff because my opinions are way more over the top or strong in some things, and other things I'm like, I don't care. But I was just thinking, I don't know how I would feel staying at this lady's place or whatever. But I don't know if it's her actual house or if it's a business or whatever. But I was just like, oh, yeah, I think I would have just, in that instance, I think I probably would have just kept my mouth closed because no one wants to hear that kind of stuff, right? But I think that sometimes we hide behind social media, the computer, and we're like, I'm going to talk trash to you. But the minute someone talks trash back to you, you're not for it. You're not for it at all. You start to say, oh, you're the victim, you're the this, or you're the that. Not very good. All right, so we're going to put this to the side. And I'm going to put this to the side. Now let's see. Yeah, it's not. Like the other day, yes, was it yesterday I asked you about the thing and I was like, I don't like it. And I was like, I shouldn't have said that. It's not that I didn't like it. Um, yeah, she is. I like to get some popcorn and read the comments. The funny stuff, not like evil things, but I feel like I'm gonna have to stay off social media for a while because dang it. Now y'all saw me just cut this paper down again. Did I never cut it down? I thought I did. It's okay. We will adjust as needed. Now I do have issue with these big old lines. I wish I could get some college composition paper, but I don't buy school supplies anymore to craft with. I have so many already that I just kind of work with what I have. And I have decided that I'm going to be having a stamp sale. I just need to get the crap together and get rid of it. So it's going to be stamps that I don't use, not stamps that people have given me and I'm getting rid of. So if I had a stamp that someone gave me already, I'm getting rid of the one that was given that I had, and I'm keeping the given to me. Not that it matters, but it matters. Is that six? One, two, three, four, five. Yes, six. I So this is a sad thing I'm about to tell you about reading the comments. I'll read the comments to see who I have to block as well. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, I'll read the comment, and if I need to block so and so, I'll block them so I can't be exposed to them anymore. And on Facebook, I just find it hilarious how people do that. And then they'll get upset when someone comes back and says something to them. Like, why did you tell me this? You're so mean. Like I read some comments from the gaming community that I participate in, and it's a big kerfluffle right now in the words of Rose Nylon. And a lot of people are like, well, if I can't do this, then I'm leaving. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you were never really here for that. You were here for this. And it's always just interesting to see people's real colors, their true colors. Because you never want the person you support and believe in to be a jerk, rude, some maniac, or anything like that. You want them to be a good person. Well, if you're a good person, you want them to be a good person. If you're a maniac and a jerk or whatever, then, birds of a feather, right? Because I'm quite sure everybody that, writes in the chat here is probably hot headed at some point, can lose their temper and go off and be like, you know what? Let me just walk away from this situation. Because I know that I do that. And I think that I'm your people and you're my people. So I can see that happening very easily. And plus, I've read some of the things that y'all post on your Facebook page. So I know that you can get right dirty if you need to. So I went to the doctor last week. Did I tell you this? No, because it was on Wednesday. Was it on Wednesday? Um, yeah, I think it was Wednesday. I went to the doctor, and I have I have a some heat skin problems, right? So um, it's very uncomfortable, very unnerving, and very unsettling to say the least on how I feel about my skin. And I don't want to scratch it because I don't know what's going on. And so I don't want to make it worse. Also, within that same breath, it's hard to attempt to treat something that I can't pinpoint what it is. I think it's a heat reaction because I have sensitive skin, and the heat just the heat and I don't do well. And I've never done well with heat, and I've always had sensitive skin to random things. Like I could be running, jogging, run by a tree, and all of a sudden my face is itchy, red. I'm sneezing. Like I had a mini allergy attack once running by a tree. So I had to get like an allergy pack or whatever, right? Which isn't very good because people, sometimes when you're having these allergy situations, people can see that you're itching or that you're red, but they can't feel how uncomfortable your skin feels. And they can only imagine how your skin feels if they've ever experienced that. So it's very interesting to see, the same thing with pain. When you're in pain, unless you break your leg, cut your finger, and you're bleeding all over the place, no one can really sense the amount of discomfort and pain that you're really in. And that's the sad part about when you tell somebody my back hurts or my leg hurts or my knee hurts or my, whatever hurts. They can only see it, the pain that you may display. If you fall down the stairs and you say, "Oh, my back hurts," they're like, "Oh yeah, you fell down the stairs. I understand." But when you just wake up and you're like, oh, my back hurts. They're like, well, you slept in a nice bed. It was comfortable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you're like, I'm in pain. There will be no nothing done today until the pain goes away. And then they're just looking at you like, there's nothing wrong with you. But you feel that pain, right? So we got three, three, two, two. Also, Samara, I'm not sure if you got your guillotine yet, but they had, I told you about that sale last week. They had another sale. I didn't buy anything. I was so good to my financial situation. I was so good. I want to buy a game though, but I want to pay $20 for it and it's 40. So I think that's where I've punished, not punished, but I didn't buy any other stuff because I was like, I want this game and maybe I'll get the game if I don't buy anything else, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't know. All right, so we got one, two, three. One, two, three. Excuse me 1 second, please. Okay, so we're gonna add some more pages to this, but we have, what is that? Five, six. And I did turn this upside down. I think I'll turn it back because it looks a little bit weird. So whenever you do decide to make, if you ever decide to make a journal, make sure that your papers, these papers, if you're gonna start your signature sewing here, it won't capture this. So make sure you bring your signatures down a little bit more. And we're gonna do something with this. Right now we're gonna make our little envelope piece. The little native is awake and asking tons and tons of questions. So we will probably wrap this up. Also, I want to talk to y'all about something. I made a project and I had used a stamp from Joanne Fabric. I can show you the stamp, but not the project. I don't know if you go to Joanne Fabric or not, but I want to talk to you about these stamps, okay? They're $2.50 regular price. I think that these are a good purchase, okay? If you, I always try to get them on sale. They're very good stamps. I don't know who makes them. It says Park Lane and Joanne, but I don't know who the person is that actually makes the stamps, like the company. These are good, very good. So, yeah. I should have wrote you because I was gonna just Samara. I should have wrote you. I was just gonna get them and send it to you, but you know you be acting funny when I offer to do stuff like that. And I was like, she not gonna disrespect me and my money today. I'm gonna just leave it alone because I ain't gonna be messing with this lady about her and her want for the guillotine or not the guillotine. Yeah, Heather, I like them. They stamp out really nice. Um, and they I recommend them on sale, even for $2.50 with a coupon. You know, Joann's always have a they knock on wood. They always have a coupon, so it's a good deal. All right, so we're gonna make some quick little envelopes, and we're gonna make. I think we can do. We're gonna do the 6x6 paper only because it will fit in here, and we want a larger size. No, does the B, the big B? No, it does not have a die to it. This particular one I just showed you did not have a die at all. It's this big B, which is huge. It's this B, these little sunflowers, and I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but some more little flowers. I could show you the project, I guess. You want to see the project? Do I know what I did with the project? I may have spoke too soon. I might not be able to show you the project. I'll send you a message on Facebook. I do have a picture of it, but I don't see it on my desk right now. Interesting. I'm not sure why you laughing, Samara, because that's a fact. A fact. I'm always hesitant to do that because I'm like, she gonna cuss me out. You want to see the project, huh? Okay, let me try to find this project. Mm-mm-mm. I was gonna work on that today, but I was like, no, let's not. Let's do something else. Let's see. Can I find a dang thing? I'm gonna have to send you an email, Heather, because I can't find it. I'll send you a text message. I'll send it in email because I have it on the computer, and I don't know how to embed images on here. Yeah, I'll send it to your email. Um, again, Samar, I'm not sure why you're laughing. I just want to go on the record and say that once more. We're gonna do one, two. We're gonna do two of these. We'll do three for later projects. So we're gonna make this 6x6 paper, and we can use these other things for other stuff. Don't feel so disappointed. I feel like that okay was like, man, I want to see it now. I don't know what the heck I did with it. Oh, is this it? This is it. It was upside down. Are you ready? Quick, real quick, real quick. Did you see it? Thank you. All right. So we got 6x6 right here. I'm gonna move this out the way. Thank you so much. I have a video coming. I just need to make the thumbnail for it. So we're gonna do 6x6. If you've never used one of these before, it can be confusing until you actually do it. And you're like, oh, this is easy. All right, so we're gonna take our paper size is 6x6, and the card that this paper would go into, the envelope would be a 3x4. So we're gonna go to a score line of 2 5/8. So we're gonna take our paper, we're gonna turn it over just so I don't lose my thought process, and we're gonna score it right here, right? We're also gonna punch. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go to Joanne's today, and I'm gonna send you a message. Ha ha ha! And if I see it, I'll get it for you. Although my melon crap out. Now you turn and rotate, and now you don't worry about anything else. Just turn, rotate. Make sure your score line that you just made is on this little tip. Punch if you like to punch first. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I forget to punch. You have to go back, and then score. Yeah. I haven't been to JoJo's in a while either. Turn. I went there to use the restroom. I went and looked, but I didn't buy anything. Now you back at the score line. Score. Punch. Turn. Score line. Score. Punch. And now you have your base, and then punch, 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 punch. All right. So now what you can do is just fold it over, fold your creases down, fold on the crease, I should say. And the paper was moving a little bit because I didn't want to tear it because I don't have the little easy peasy bone folder tool. So that's something to keep in mind. And now you have a little notebook. I don't know how to make a policy envelope. Bear Crafty showed me a Tim Holtz die, and I was like, "Oh, I want that die." But I think I'm going to just look up some instructions and try to do it like that. And now we have an envelope, and I think this is going to be really cool. We're going to go ahead and repeat this 2 more times. So you're going to do 2 5/8 because we're doing 6 by 6. Now, the thing about this is sometimes your measurements, so like you see right here, we have 6 by 6 paper as well, and you could go over, and this could be a 3.5 by 3.5 card. And so we're going to score at 3. So we'll do that one too to show the difference. So we're going to go to 3 and score. Punch, turn. Remember, you're going back to the score line that you made, not the number. Score, punch, turn. Score, punch, turn. Score, punch. Now, because the paper is so thin, I didn't get all the way here because I'm, more afraid that I'm going to tear the paper. But since we have a decent score, it should be fine. Just fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, and there you go. Okay. Now here you have one envelope or this one. I personally like this one versus this envelope, so we'll make the next one in the same way that we made the first one. And we're just going to go ahead and punch these little corners because I love a good rounded corner. I did go to Tuesday morning. I didn't buy anything, but they have crocodiles at the Tuesday morning near me. So if you're looking for a crocodile for less than retail price and you have a Tuesday morning near you and you really, really want one, they'll probably have some in your area too. I didn't need a crocodile. I had purchased one from Joann Fabric a while back. So you see right here it's off a little bit. We're just going to take our scissors and snip it slightly. Okay. All right. Yeah, I always look at the little bargain bin at Joann Fabric because you remember back in the day, Joann used to have the dollar thing like Michael's, and then it went up to $1.99, and now it's $2.50. I am sure that the price will increase again at some point, hopefully later, not sooner. All right, so we're going to score on our 2 5/8. Unless you can find another 6 by 6 spot on here, then you could do that. So we're scoring, punching, turning. Turn. And the reason why I'm not starting from here down is because I'm afraid that I'm going to tear the paper. as I've stated multiple times. But it would be easier if you did it from the inside. But I feel like I have a better control doing it this way, even though I don't get in that little nook that well. Now we're gonna go ahead and try not to tear the thing up. Okay, rounding our corners. What do you put in your journals when you make junk journals? Barry Crafty has made some little golden books recently, and I'm not sure if she sold her last one, the barnyard animal. I don't know what it's called, barnyard. Um, I'm calling it barnyard animals, but she has some. So if you're not subscribed to her, she has some stuff on her channel that you might be interested in. If you like lots of bold, bright colors, even if you just want to look at some craft candy, she would be a good person to look at. Heather, of course, she's like the resident colorist. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the 3 on the 3rd, which is again tomorrow. But Heather made a delectable project last month. She took an hourglass and turned it into a scene, a slimline scene. I was like, oh, be still, my beating heart. That is so pretty. All right, so we're going to use our, yeah, very adorable, very adorable. We're going to use this art glitter glue. I need to go ahead and make one. I've been saying I'm going to do it for forever. I'm such a chicken, though. Such a chicken. I'm always nervous about it not coming out right or looking too silly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But sometimes you just got to jump out on faith and believe in yourself, especially when other people believe in you, right? Yeah, it was so cute. That's the beauty about having people that can inspire you. Like whenever I see Heather's projects, I'm like, I'm gonna have to work on my coloring. When I see Barry's, I'm like, maybe I need to try harder. All right. So even though we only made 2, we're gonna go ahead and glue this one down too. So we're gonna see which one looks the best. Yeah. You're very welcome. Berry Crafty Bonet. Berry Craft, excuse me. All right, so we're gonna glue this little spot. Cover this one up. Oh, come on now. I think we're gonna put some tags in here too. So I want to apologize to whoever I told you I would be sending you out some winnings. I will mail those out probably next week. It's 2 people I know I need to send out tags. One is Liz, another lady I have to send out. I have to send out 2 books that I've made. I'm gonna send them out. I promise. You can call me a flake or whatever. I understand, but I will get those mailed out to you. I don't want to blame life on me being a flake for not mailing stuff out. Um, but I have issues with mailing things out in general. Unless it's like something that's going to charge somebody's going to charge me, then I won't. And look, so this was 6 by 6, right? And we measured it together, and this one is a little bit shorter than this. So cool. I love this. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and decorate it really quickly, and we're going to make a quick card to go inside of here. Not a real card, but a little card. Really? I have an idea I want to try already, but I'm nervous because I have to find the die for it. I think this is just between me and whoever, me, you, whoever's listening, right? I don't know if I will do any collaborations next year besides the jewelry one and the jewelry one. If Wonder Dreamer does 3 and a third again, I'll do that one. I enjoy the stash dive, but I have a desire to do a few things, and I don't want what I want to do to impede on me saying, yes, I'm going to do the collaboration. So these stickers and this sticker is the same set of stickers. The same set of stickers. So if you do see these in a store and you just like this cover better than the other cover, keep that in mind. All right. See, which is fine, no big deal, because we're going to take her and maybe use her face, maybe. Yeah. So I think for me, the 3 on the 3rd is a perfect number of same cards, right? And I like to do how to's and go bys, like when I'm crafting. So I enjoy doing it like that. Uh, oh, thank you. But I struggle with making multiple of the same thing over and over again. Thank you so much. So, when I watched her video, I was like, she picked the thing that I liked as her not. Well, I didn't do strawberries because I liked it, but the dress was calling my name even more than the strawberries were, right? So we're gonna put this right here, and then let's do a red and white one. Yeah, I didn't like those little sprigs. I mean, after I made the project, they were very cute, but I didn't really care for them. I thought they were a little bit on the mm, meh side. Um, if you have Unity stamp sets, if you're a member of the Unity stamp company and you get Kid of the Month and you want to participate with us, just send me an email or send her email. We'll add you to our list. Um, I was thinking we should call it Dud or Spud yesterday, but I was like, that's kind of, you know, not so nice. All right, so we got that. And I think we're going to, oh, maybe did I cut the paper wrong? Did I use the wrong size paper? Let's see. Oh my goodness. I couldn't have. No, I didn't. All right, so we got this. These are our inserts right here. Now look, what in the what is going on? If you look like a big mess, just imagine how I feel trying to figure this out. All right, I just cut this down, right? I'll cut it down off camera again. But anyway, um, yeah, I have to cut it down some more. I want to put this little envelope right here to cover up this calendar. Maybe we'll do something else. So let's go ahead and pull out a few of the stickers. I think these have like, no, this is all cute stuff. Not the cute ones today. Um, so I thought that we could do this like beauty is an attitudes, motivational things for the journal. Because as I stated earlier, a lot of people think or feel like the ladies especially, I'm sure the men feel like this too, but it may not be as true as what the ladies feel. I do so much, get so little recognition. Um, like you wake up, you fix breakfast, you do all this stuff. You may be the sole provider in your household, or you may have company assistants, and you still feel like you still do way more than that person does. And it's not just, male female roles, it could be the opposite of that. um, like the female could be the person that goes and works, and the male could be the person that stays home. And maybe you feel like you do way more than he does. I don't know. Sometimes things have to be equal, right? All right, so let's see. We're gonna move on from this particular thing. I'm gonna transition into another quick little project, okay? Don't think you're getting away from me that soon, very crafty. Uh-uh. And I may go to the Dollar Tree today, and if they have another Wonder Woman calendar, I may grab it to add to it, but we shouldn't need that. All right, so what I wanted, I told you at the very beginning, I had made like a companion to one of the books that we had made earlier this month in July, and you could hear the fan in the background really loudly. So I thought we could make another one really, really quickly. Okay. So this was the first one we made. And look, a little envelope, little notebook. And then what I did was I took this, excuse my country, it just showed up. It says, oh yeah. And I thought I was looking at not Anne Frank, Lisa Frank coloring book that I saw. And I may have been talking to Barry Crafty. And I was like, oh, this would be so cute. Or maybe it was her Rugrats book. But I think I made this before her Rugrats thing. Yeah, I think I made it before. So anyway, a lot of Lisa Frank inspiration, probably from Bear Crafty still though. So we made some little tags, a little thing, and this comes from the mermaid paper. And I always put this in here. Good vibes, LOL Queen, and then we have a little flip situation. Stay strong. I always want, and I have to start doing this because sometimes I'm like, why is this person so, whatever. I think it's time for us to just cut out all the nonsense, the negative stuff, and just continue to push forward to be better, just better, right? So I've been trying to tell myself not to complain so much about stuff that I have no control over. Does it always work? No, it does not work. So we're going to use five, real quick, five envelopes, and I have smushed a lot more in here. I'm trying to do something called cleanup, and the struggle has been plaguing me lately. So we're going to pull out some. Let's see what sticks. Let's see what sticks. So I like that one. This. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm a butterfly, semi-fanatic. All right, so this is what I was saying, that, if you have these envelopes, and of course, Hobby Lobby decided to write their name all over their toy, so we couldn't say it was our toy, right? And this one says, praise the Lord, and Hobby Lobby. So we're going to cover this up, this, and this. And what I like is that I made faux tucks right here. So I thought that was really cool, and we'll do that again. All right. And I want to say we need 12. It could be 13, 12 That's okay. One day we're gonna have to actually get on a call. It can't be in a daytime. It would have to be, it can't be when my son's home. It'd have to be like when he's at school or something. All right, so we're gonna do 1/2 inch, every 1/2 inch. So get out your glue and tape. I want Cane's chicken today, but I can't really eat Cane's. It does not agree with my stomach all the time. I didn't count how many we did. It's not important. But then again, it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think we only need 13. We're about to find out. So I think that going back to the school supplies so I can grind Barry Crafty's gears again. I think that the school should say give us X amount of dollars and we will give your child their back to school kit on the first day of school. You can give us the money throughout the summertime or the first day of school, up until the X amount of days of school have started. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like the school gets discount on school stuff. And if they don't, they should be getting a discount on school stuff. And that way it'll be a lot easier. If you're wondering why I'm using this, I put my tool up and I don't know what I did with it. I put it up like in the container, trying to be I'm gonna keep my area not so cluttered. But here we are. Here's your sign, right? I feel like that would be a very good compromise for people that may not be able to afford everything right away. But if they say, okay, because they gave us a school list and they said the things would be $20. And I feel like over 2 months time frame, you could hustle up $20 to send at the very beginning of school. Or, if you come into some money, $20 at the end of the school year or whatever. Because I feel like they can just put that crap on order and get all the junk. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Oh, I'm happy for you and I'm sad for you because I can only imagine how you are feeling right now. Right? You're probably like, yes, no. I know that's how every year my son starts to be able to be a little bit more independent. I'm like, great. Like I'm glad that he's independent, but also I'm not glad that he's independent on some things because he's crazy. My son is crazy when it comes to doing certain things. He will over or underdo it, depending on what it is. I'm just cutting this down because I didn't pull out the paper trimmer 30,000 times today, and I don't want to do that. All right, so we need 5 peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're toying with emotion. I like that. Oh. I still, I'm at the very beginning of this situation, so I don't know how I really feel about it. I'm happy, but I'm also like, oh no. All right, and so do I was gonna say we're gonna attempt to do another eyelet, but I don't think I have my paper punch here anymore. Let me see. Somebody need to get me organized because I can't seem to stay organized once I attempt to get organized. Yeah, no, it's not happening today. Not today. We'll just go ahead and move on from there. I can't even find the daggone glue. Oh, the tape. I mean, I got this tape, which I have, just so you know, I do plan out in the morning time right before I hit go live. I do plan out what we're going to be doing that day. Doesn't mean my brain is like, yes, it's fully functioning to attempt to live stream. But here we are. Alas, in a vast land of crafts supplies, we can't seem to find the thing that we need to function, which is tape. Sometimes the big room may be like, "You got some scissors?" I'm like, "No." He said, "You don't have no scissors." I ain't got no scissors for you. What are you trying to do with my scissors? I need to cut this. You could tear that. That would be better if you just tear it. Like, you don't need my scissors. Are y'all like that? Is it just me? Y'all funny. Funny. All right, you know what? I did not want to do this because this is a quarter of an inch. And I'm not that great at that, but we're going to try it. Why not, right? All right. Also, I have a question for you all. It's a video question. I made a video, and so now I'm trying to figure out how you want to see the videos. Do you want to see a lot, or do you want to see not a lot? A lot of videos. Because I was thinking we could do a video 3 times. We could have content 3 times a week. It would be Tuesday a live stream, Thursday, and then Saturday. Unless it was on one of the days where I have my collaborations that I participate in. But you gotta let me know. Is that too much? Yeah. Oh, toothpaste keeping a junk drawer, huh? I actually, the Betty Crocker scissors that's from DT, what, D25T? Uh Very crafty, crazy. I leave those in the kitchen because you're not about to be ruining my $20 scissors. Talking about what? They just scissors they cut. No, sir. I will cut you. Exactly. I'm gonna cut you with my scissors. I don't think people realize that, we serious about our craft supplies. I remember when my aunt had came to visit me once and she had used, I think I did this wrong. She had used my good scissors on something, and I was like, what are you doing? She was like, "What? I'm cutting this." It was like a wet thing. I was like, "You don't use my scissors for that." And she was like, "They're scissors." I was like, "No, you need to put them down and use those scissors." And she didn't talk to me like she didn't talk to me for a little bit while she was here. Yeah. Yeah, this is some thick tape. We're gonna make it work, y'all. We're gonna make it work because that's what we have. Yeah, she was not happy with my "what are you doing with my scissor" question. I didn't like that she was abusing my scissors trying to cut some wet drink, like a pouch or something. Family the worst too. You got 20 pairs of scissors. This one pair ain't gonna hurt, ma'am. Yes, it is. And your ideas behind my supplies, my stuff that you could just do whatever with, also hurts. And me not being able to find my roll of tape hurts too. I'm offended with myself. Super duper offended at the moment. Hmm. After I make a mess of the paper, then I find it. Um, I don't know. I think scissors are my prized possession, if that makes any sense. Like I like scissors and markers, of course, markers. Ooh, I did another project. Did that come out already? No, it didn't. But if you go to Ross, you can find what I got it. Yeah. So what do y'all think about the video question? 3 videos? Is 3 too many? Not enough. What do you think? That's the question, really. Do you want more or less? Because I do realize most people don't tend to watch replays of a live video. Ooh, well, Heather, you are a super amazing colorist, so I can see how you could be like a little bit on a my precious. I don't know if I think I'm like that about my stamps. Yeah, I think I'm like that about my stamps. I'll have to act a fool if you mess up my stamp situation. Right, left-handed scissor hands. Good crafty. I was cracking jokes. I love it. Yeah, I jacked this up, y'all. Okay, we're gonna still make it work. Yeah, I don't want you touching my stamps. I don't even want you looking at them too hard. Because once you tell the person how much something costs, you're like, you paid that much for it? Don't judge me. No one's judging you about your lattes or whatever, whatever the people are into. No one's judging you about your shoe addiction or your Hawaiian shirt addiction, Magnum. No one's judging you. Get out of my face, right? I saw this shirt today on Pinterest because I was gonna do I was thinking about doing a as seen on Pinterest today, a craft. But I think I have to do a video for that because I want to do some painting and stuff like that. And this one project looks really, really cool. It says, and I've used this saying before, not today, Satan, right? And it says me, not today, Satan. And then it's Satan writing back good because I wasn't ready to put it with your crap today anyway. I was like, wow, wow. I think that's how the big roommate feels sometimes. Like he be like, no, I'm not talking to you right now. And I'm like, why not? He said, because you on something right now. You on that nonsense. And then, and I think that's how a lot of real arguments escalate because sometimes you do be on the left field and he's on the right, or she's on the right and you're on the left field of whatever it is. Y'all are definitely playing opposite each other, and you're like, I'm with this smoke today. Like I got all the smoke. You want to fight and fuss or whatever, and the other person like, I ain't got time for this. I'm trying to watch my TV show. And then when they tell you that they don't want to talk to you, you be like, no, you're gonna talk to me right now. At least that's in my household. I can't say for other people. You're gonna talk to me right now. I'll turn this TV, I'll unplug it. Like I said, I think that we all click together very well because we you know we probably have some of those same attributes. Be that good or bad, whatever you like. Because sometimes you could be in such a great mood, right? And I'm speaking for myself. Sometimes I can be in such a great mood and I'll be like, hello. And the response is, not hello. It's like, hey. And I'm like, well, what's your problem? And then they'll be like, nothing. Why you say that? Because you said hello or hi. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, that's so stupid. Oh, goodness. Maybe that's just my life. I don't know. Y'all don't have to tell me if that's how y'all be acting too, but um, you know. All right. So we're gonna use this Aleene's. I ever watch Designing Women? Exactly. I will turn your phone off. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. 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 Designing Women. I was I go down rabbit holes, and I was going down a rabbit hole because I had saw something else from another TV show I was watching. Um and then I was looking at Dixie Carter. And I didn't know she had passed away. I just didn't, right? I don't track celebrities like that because, they don't give me no money. So I don't really, I try not to invest a lot of my brain power into those people, no matter how great I think they are. I just, when they start sending me checks, then I could, root for them more and more and more and more. But right now they don't. So I try not to invest in them too much. I do think that, everyone is great in their own right. They do amazing stuff. But yeah, I got to they got to pay rent in my space. And I've been wasting time on celebrities recently, looking at their dumbness and craziness and awesomeness and wonderfulness and all that other junk, right? All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and crease these creases a little bit better than what they are. So I was looking at her, and it's a thing called something interviews, not inside the actor studio, but it was a long time ago. She was talking about, I guess, the writers of the show, how they wanted her to be like the hothead, and they had discussed the night the lights went out in Georgia episode or whatever. And Suzanne, not Suzanne, Julia, she, I would say, was the most refined crazy lady I had ever seen on TV. In a comedy, a comedic drama situation. And I loved Designing Women. Loved it. I used to watch it with Meshack Taylor. I was like, yes. Because, he was on Mannequin when he was on Mannequin. And then I think he passed away recently. And the guy from Dangerous Minds, I don't know his name. Uh, I don't even know if he's still on Dangerous Minds, but he was on Dangerous Minds. Is it Dangerous Minds? Criminal Minds. Criminal Minds. And they talked about being like that was his best friend and stuff like that. And again, I don't track celebrities because they're not giving me no money. Um, but I was just like, oh, that's so cool. And then I was looking up. Now I did go and let them have space in my head. Harry Potter and them. Uh, what's the man name? Snape's character. I can't remember his name right now. And I was like, that would have been such a cool. Like I feel like he, the character Snape, not the actor, but the character Snape. Now, mind you, I didn't watch the movies, right? I did not watch all of Harry Potter movies because I just didn't like how she was killing everybody off in it. Spoiler alert: a lot of people die. Um, just so you know. And so I didn't watch it, and I feel like Snape never got the good guy um, recognition that he needed because he was in the dark arts. And when you think about it, Harry's dad was really the in some essence a jerk. Like they teased Snape when he was younger, and then Harry's mom was there. And so when he does that, what is it, Expecto Patronus, and the little horse comes out, and Snape is like always and forever. Yeah, Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. I was like, oh, and they did that reunion recently. What is it, 10 years, 20 years later? Had to be 20. 20 years later, they do the reunion. I was like, oh, this would have been perfect. Because, I have seen interviews when he says, Alan Rickman, that is, says that he knew that Snape was a good guy. And that's why he played such a good role of him being such a jerk. Because in the end, everyone's going to look at him different and be like, Snape was the one. Snape, Snape, Snape. Like Snape was there helping Harry through the whole situation. And I was like, oh, that was such a good thing. We're going to put this one in the middle. And we're going to put this in the front. Yes, because, okay, good, good, good. Put this in the front. Yeah. Um, I don't know. So I was like looking, I like to see the interviews that actors give about their roles and things like that. And I was watching when Alan Rickman, was on, who was that, Jimmy Kimmel? And it was just interesting. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed those interviews with people. Um, when they're not talking, like, I mean, they can promote a movie all they want, but when they're just talking regular stuff, maybe they have a book coming out or something like that. And they, like they ask, what was your most famous or your most favorite role, big or small, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm quite sure a lot of people hated Alan Rickman because he played Severus. I'm sure of it. I didn't really like or dislike him. I was just like, okay. Because again, I'm not into those kind of stories. My mom was like, you really should watch it. It's a good movie. I was like, Mom, I really don't like Harry Potter, blah, blah, blah. And so she kind of forced me to watch. I was like, oh, exactly, in Die Hard, right? When he was the guy. And so it's so funny because I was watching something that he did, and they was like, it was a callback to his role in Die Hard, whatever he says in the movie. And I was like, that is so cool. So yeah, I thought that was cool. I do tend to go down like those rabbit holes. Like last night I was on a Jennifer Hudson Simon Cowell rabbit hole because she has, I think she's an EGOT now, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony award winner. And they was like, I don't think you'll ever amount to anything in the on American Idol. And she's one of the most successful idols ever to come out the show. One of the most successful idols, right? And I'm like, and she placed number 8. It's just interesting to see the thing on how evolution. Because I was watching him, it was this man who had a squeaky little voice. And he said, Simon, the first time I was here, I waited 15 years. I never saw that movie. Um, but he said, I waited 15 years to come back and, you know, show you that I do have some talent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Simon's kind of looking at him like, what? And so, the guy goes on and he's singing, what song? I am telling you. I don't know who sings that. Who sings that? Uh, who sings that song? It's a lady, of course. The one that says, and I am telling you, you're the best thing I ever had. Blah, 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 blah. We need to fix this real quick before the glue dries. because it's sticking. I put it on crooked. So anyway, Jennifer Holiday. The Jennifer Holiday. I think it's Jennifer Holiday that sings that song. I'm telling you, and he sings it, and then Simon says, "I want to tell you, I just want to come up there and say, I was wrong or good job or something like that." And I was like, "That's really cool." But I was looking up to see if he had ever apologized to Jennifer Hudson or not, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, you know what? Let me get back to my game because I was doing stuff on my game. All right, so here we go. This piece does not want to cooperate, just so y'all know. And that was the piece that I struggled with earlier, trying to get the daggone thing down. So we're gonna use Aileen. Yeah, Jennifer Holiday. Yeah. So he sung the song. Like I don't watch I don't really watch any TV besides animated cartoons, and I watch YouTube videos. But for the most part, I don't watch TV. I just can't invest that amount of brain power and time into television shows anymore. And I think that, more so now than ever, um, I prefer to hang out, like do live streams with y'all, watch, real people, regular human beings, not famous people or whatever. So, you know, yeah, that's where we at. And then I have my second YouTube channel. I haven't did much with it. I was going to release a video, and then they updated the game that I was going to make videos for, and it broke my game. So waiting on some updates from that company. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to spend a little bit more time on it, and then we're going to wrap this up, and we'll come back next Tuesday and hang out. So I am going to be using this Echo Park. Oh, no, I'm not. Am I? Let's see. I think we can. Oh, can pull a few sheets out of there. I'm going to pull 3 sheets out. Ooh, 4 sheets out. 4 sheets out. So yeah, anyway, I went down that rabbit hole and I was like, okay, this is not a bad rabbit hole to go down. So we only need to cover up one page, and we're gonna cover that page up with this side. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 because we want to layer it. So we're gonna do 4 by 5, 4.5, 4 by 4.5. I think this will be good. Yeah, perfecto. But yeah, that's what I did kind of yesterday. I spent a lot of time just looking for stuff on a online. Oh, this is pretty too, but that's too busy in my opinion. Too busy. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the pretty for not so pretty and make it pretty, right? If I'd been paying attention, I would have turned the flowers the opposite direction. So even though it's directional, I would have turned it the other way. So just be mindful if you're going to use a lot of wet glue, like I just put all that glue on there. Be mindful of that. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our little faux tabs that I told you about earlier. And we need two for sure. Two, three. We need three. And so we're going to, I think, I'm going to use this one. It's weird. We're going to just come here, see right here in this little centerpiece. We're going to go bloop, 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 bloop. Right there. One, two, three. And why are we doing this, you may be saying? Because we're covering up that writing from Hobby Lobby trying to claim ownership of our card that we would have made if we were actually making real cards. So here we go. Yeah. I do think that all right, so if I did this right, we should be able to tuck something underneath. Yay. I didn't even need to make one for that one, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna put this one right here. Um I would have loved to see him in the reunion, Alan Rickman. And this is going to be a fake tab. We won't put a tab right here. But you know, he's not here anymore. So that would have been really cool to see him though. I think I've never seen this movie like fully, even though I thought I saw it. I haven't. Um, Top Gun and Chocolate City Sim has made it uh, known that that's one of the movies that she likes. Even the big roommate's like, how could you have not seen that movie? Blah 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 blah. Um, but they did a part two, right? Maverick, and I like that they did Maverick. It's like the closeout of that situation, and people were like, oh, it could be a part three. I'm like, okay, slow down. Y'all going too fast. All right, so we're gonna do this one. Thankful for you. This is going to be a really quick one. I think it's going to be more empty than full, only because we need to move on with our day. And I like making these little books. So we can be here all day making book after book after book. But if you have a lot of cards and okay, well then you are my people. I mean, I found out what happens because of YouTube, right? So we got this one, and now we're going to. I want to make another little pocket like the other one that we did. And I also want to put my butterflies here. So we're going to do a strip. Do we want to do a strip? No, we don't want to do a strip. We're going to do something else right there. Do something else. I never saw that movie, Heather. I am Risky Business. I've seen a few of his movies, but I'm not like, oh my God, it's a new Tom Cruise movie coming out. I have to go see it. I'm not like that about any movie people because, you know, I'm just not anymore. Maybe a couple of years ago I could have been like that, but no, not anymore. I I do like movies. I just don't watch them anymore lately. The last movie I went to the movie to see was Onward in 2020 with the little roommate. I was like, yes, we're gonna start. In my head, I'm like, we're gonna start doing this. This is gonna be our once a month thing. We're gonna just go to the movies, spend time together, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Nope, did not happen because you know just didn't happen. So we got these stickers, and we're gonna put beautiful. I think beautiful will fit here. Yes, it will. But we're going to cover this up. We'll do that last. And so these stickers are no longer sticky, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. We have glue. You can always use glue. And so now we're going to use this glue and put together. So whoever gets this, they're going to have to put a picture of at least two things. Could be them and their pet, their spouse. All right. I do not like when stickers lose their stickiness. Like, what? You don't want to stick anymore. What's really going on, stickers? Yeah, not sticky. And I think we need to put a statement there. Let's do this. Let's do this one. Yeah. Let's find a statement to go. Very odd occurrences. These are happy days. Are these really happy days? Whenever I hear happy days, I think about Richie Cunningham. Just me. Just me. The Fonz. Joni and Chachi. What about y'all? Happy days make you think of what? Happier days or happy days? Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, let's do this together. That gold foiling, this little piece is gonna make me question my glue. You know what? It wasn't for everybody. I watched it probably, when you're a kid and your parents are watching TV, back in my day, you didn't have an option to say, I don't like this. You either watch it or you don't watch it. Yeah. Did you watch Laverne and Shirley? Mark and Minnie, Mash and Dukes. I've never heard of them, but I did watch Mark and Mindy. Was this the one or was this the faux one? I can't remember. What we doing over here? Who's on first? I don't know who Mash and Dukes are. So, oh, is that Dukes of Hazard? Because I watched Dukes of Hazard, but not Mash and Dukes. I don't know who those people are. Um, okay, gonna put a little faux Mash. You know what? You and Barry Crafty with those daggone little acronyms and stuff. I love MASH. Hawkeye, BJ, Frank, Margaret, love them. My ideal cast was Klinger when he was still wearing dresses, Radar, BJ Honeycutt, Frank, Colonel Potter. It's MASH, the TV show, and Dukes of Hazzard. Heather was trying to abbreviate, and it didn't work out for us um, the way she intended for it to go. I'll put this little cute sticker. I think we're gonna put this sticker right here in the corner. Very strange. Very strange. So we're almost finished. This is probably gonna be the most naked book I've ever done. I need to cover this up, but I think I'll do that off camera. You didn't like MASH. Maybe you're not my people. What? What? You didn't like MASH? Really? A lot of people didn't like MASH. I loved it. I like those medical shows. Like I remember watching a few episodes of like Saint Elsewhere, ER. I've watched mostly all of the medical shows, House, things like that. Let's see. So we're gonna put special day right here. Thank you so much. Trying to use up these stickers so I can get more stickers. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, but not really. All right, let's see. So I wanted to put a butterfly on here. I cut the butterfly in half. But then I feel like I could leave that page blank. Yeah, I'm gonna leave one side blank, I think. Perfect day. And I need some flowers. I think we'll be done. Yeah, I enjoyed those. But MASH was my show. I'll still watch MASH now. I'll sit there and watch MASH. Quincy, love Quincy. Columbo, even though that wasn't a medical show. The show with Dick Van Dyke, Murder Diagnosis or Diagnosis Murder, love that show. Um, all of them, actually. Most of all of them. The ones that made sense, I guess you could say. Because if they didn't really make sense to me, I was like, well, okay, watch it. Okay. I think we're going to put this here. A lot of shows people talk about now, I'm like, I never heard of it. St. Elmo's Fire. No, I never heard. St. Elmo's Fire? No, I didn't watch that one. I don't even know which one that one is. Let's see. Are y'all ready? Who pulled out their pumpkin spice besides Berry Crafty? Who got pumpkin spice out today right now? That's what I really need to know. Who drinking on pumpkin spice already? I'm looking for something to go right here, and then we will be calling it a great day. I think we could do friends because it matches. Yeah. All right, people, let's talk really quickly. We're going to come back next week and we're going to be discussing our Wonder Woman journal. I'm going to work on some outside stuff so that we don't have to worry about those things. Crime dramas, definitely my favorite. Definitely my favorite. This book is done. Let's look through it real quickly. Yeah, pumpkin spice tastes weird to me. So we have this authentic together, and we just added these little pieces because we need to get rid of these little random journal pages. I think I may work on this again some more. I'm not sure because we need to do this and stuff like this. But next week, we're going to be focusing on our Wonder Woman journal. I do want to say thank you all so very, very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you so much. Words cannot express them. I will be in touch with a few of you later on. Heather, I'm going to get off and see this message right now. So I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.